All right, all right. We are back in beautiful Belmont, New Jersey, and we have a very, very special guest on. Somebody I've known for almost probably 17 years now, just about.
Yeah, pretty much.
His name is Glenn Scher, and he runs Carpets to Go in Howell and Brick. Good morning, Glenn. How are you today?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Thanks for coming on.
Best.
It's great to see you. I wanted to get you in, but we had to wait till after number 200, I guess, because you didn't want to RSVP right away when they sent you the.
Not very good at emails.
We know. But you run a very successful company, so you don't really have to be that good at emails. So I've known you for a very long time. I met you when you first were starting out. We were starting out roughly the same time, within a couple months of each other.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're actually entering our 16th year in January.
All right, then we're a little ahead of you because we're going to be 17 years in April. So we had a 6-7 month head start on you.
Well, I was still doing my homework at that time.
All right. So 16 years in business is nothing to shake a stick at. So how did you? So go back to the beginning. Go back to when you were doing your homework and kind of let us know about kind of how that all happened. Your parents were in this business.
My parents were in this business. They had a bunch of stores. I decided it was my turn to open up doors, and before I had the store, I had a carpet binding service where I would make area rugs for different carpet and flooring stores, and then I decided it was my turn to go out on my own.
So now you went in Carpets to Go. Now you didn't go in with your parents. This was a standalone entity 16 years ago.
Totally different.
And did you want to go into the family business, or was that not even a thing?
It wasn't an option at the time.
Okay. So you decide that you're going to do it because you could do it better.
Well, I've learned a lot from my parents, and I've learned a lot from over the years of working for people, and I figured it was my time. And when you have that fire and you have that feeling, you gotta try it. I mean, you only go around this earth one time, right?
Yep. Now, how do you feel like 16 years later, or just about 16 years later, how do you feel like it's been? I mean,
I feel exhausted.
Okay, that's fair.
No, I actually feel good. I've made a great name, and the company has grown, and we do a tremendous amount of community service, as you know.
Sure.
And it comes back, and it's a great feeling. Honestly, it's a great way to show my kids, how business is done. It's great. I get to work with my wife every day. She's more behind the scenes. I'm more on stage, which
which is perfect.
Perfect.
Which is perfect for you. You love that. So 16 years, you've a lot of customer service, and you have a pay it forward program that you started a few years back for your college students. Kind of talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so every August we do basically a pay it forward event. We give away college dorm area rugs to all college students. So
what made you start that?
Well, my kids needed college rugs, and I figured that was easy for me, but it's just one of those little things that you can give back to community.
Yep.
And I had the resources to do that, and it really has become a main event for the year.
I agree. I see, like, you have the hot dog truck set up. You have a line around Route 9 and on Brick Boulevard, and like people like line up for this. Like, and how many rugs do you give out approximately every year?
So last year, last August in Howell, we gave away 288 rugs, and in Brick we gave out, I believe it was 122 rugs.
So you gave out over 400 rugs last year for college dorms, but it also, like, that's just such a great give back.
It's a great give back. It gets the parents in the store. They get to see what the store is about. The whole day is about giving. We had 2 nonprofits on premises in both locations. People were donating money. Everything was free. Hot dogs were free. We had donuts. They were free.
Did you put a cap on how many hot dogs someone could eat?
No.
But
there was a lot of hot dogs in Howell. What else? I hired a DJ. I have a hot dog cart. It's a phenomenal day. We give out waters, T-shirts, Frisbees, yardsticks. It's a total day of giving back, and it's just a wonderful day. Everybody comes happy, and they leave happier.
I mean, you're giving me hot dogs and you get me a carpet. How can I leave unhappy.
Absolutely.
I mean, next year I want Wingman Foundation to be one of those nonprofits in there
I'd love
to
to
help
have
to be part of it, and we'll help you in there, and we'll continue to push out some additional buzz for it and get you to give out over 500 carpets.
I love it. It takes us almost 5 months to get ready for that day. We make all the rugs. None of those rugs are donated. It comes from my inventory. All my help, we're all in, and it's
Fantastic.
great. It makes everybody feel good.
So when we were throwing out the numbers, we said that the Howell location and the Brick location. So you didn't start with 2 locations.
No. So January 1st, 2010, I opened the Howell store with 2,400 square feet, and it was carpets to go. It was full of carpet remnants, and you buy it and go. That was the whole philosophy.
That was the premise.
Yeah, correct. So now you have to adapt with your clients and whatnot. So now we do special order carpets. We run 3 to 4 installers a day. We've grown to be New Jersey's largest in-stock carpet store. We also have a fabrication business where we make area rugs any shape, any size. We're getting more into the contract and designer business. It's really grown, and I could not be prouder.
And you also do hardwood and the LVP.
Yeah, so we do the luxury vinyl planking, we do wood flooring, we do laminate flooring, and then the Bricktown store, which I opened 4 years ago, we made that our carpet remnant superstore, which shows over 1,000 pre-made remnants. It's just great.
All right, so we got a couple more things to talk about. You gave out a lot of information there.
I did.
So when did you realize that you had to go from a 2,400 square foot, what you opened with, to being able to do the hardwood and the LVP, and that wasn't in your homework assignment and your business plan to
Correct.
start offering those services, but you must have saw along the way that the demand was there, the clientele was asking, let's just kind of dig into that a little.
So it was carpets to go with all carpets, but more of a hand-in-hand item. It became the luxury vinyl is a huge part of the business. Wood flooring, it's all floors, know. So basically we tackled all floors except for ceramic tile, and I still don't do ceramic tile. That's a whole nother beast in itself.
Okay.
But we did, just to go back to the 2,400 square feet in Howell, we have now grown to over 8,000 square feet in Howell, and then the Brick location is 7,000 feet.
So you went from 2,400 to over 15,000 square feet.
Between 2 locations.
Wow. And now what made you 4 years ago decide that Brick was the opportunity to open up a second store?
So there's really 2 reasons. One, out of all the stores that my parents had, my father's biggest regret was that he never owned any of the real estate.
Okay.
Okay? So I wanted to go one step past that. Okay? So, and Bricktown it's crazy busy in Bricktown. Crazy busy.
Especially where you are.
Yeah, it's
so much traffic.
It's a great spot. So that was really the 2 reasons.
Okay.
And, it seems to work, so thank God.
Now, do some people that are in Howell that want specific items go to Brick, or is it 2 different clienteles, 2 different businesses, essentially?
It's not 2 different businesses. I did make the Carpet Remnant Center in Bricktown because we're finding that more and more people want to go and have it and install it themselves.
Okay.
In Bricktown. Howell, more people in the Howell location and demographic, they want it done. So that was the reasoning.
Okay.
I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah, you did a pretty good job.
Okay.
I'll give you the answer. Jen is the judge at the end, but we'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
So that's great. Now, where do you see the business going now with, you have different things. You had a tighter housing market the past 2 years. You have the big box still selling it. You have more people looking at online. Kind of where are you taking the business in 2025 and beyond?
Well, we've always been a great decision for a homeowner. We do have a no-pressure environment, so that's easy.
With you on stage, there's no pressure.
Yeah, it's fun. It's 8 hours of pure comedy to me. This year, I'm looking to go more after the designers, architects, and contractors.
Okay.
Yeah.
and be their source.
I would like to be their source.
And now, in those cases, would you do the installation, or would you just be their source? They come pick it up, and they're on their way.
Well, most contractors want to deal with flooring themselves.
Okay.
They just buy the product. They don't really like to install carpet, which is fine. But we are putting together a rewards program for contractors and for designers and architects. So, it's fitting into our business model, and
It'd be great to get
it's gonna be
specced
work.
in, like with an architect like you. I was down the other day. I was driving down in South Ocean County in Barnegat area, and they're putting up all these townhouses. Like that would be great to get specced into something like that.
Yeah, whether we do the flooring, whether we do the carpet, or we just do the area rugs.
Yeah.
Area rugs are huge because right now, vinyl planking, wood flooring, and laminate are huge in the flooring business. And usually the study is within 14 days, people are buying area rugs. So even if I don't get the flooring or I don't get the carpet, let me get the area rugs. We make them any size and any shape.
And you could customize anything for that.
We could turn it around in 48 hours.
That's great. And you do all that in-house in the Howell location.
Correct.
That's great. So you are the man. I mean, and you're a networking guy and you're a Google review guy. So let's talk a little about your Google reviews because I know you're very proud of them.
Yeah,
and
very proud.
You don't get Google reviews by not doing a great job.
Correct.
People will do nothing. You might not get the 1-star, but you might not even just get if it wasn't not a great experience, they might just keep moving on in their life and just bypass it. But
Correct.
you've really attained a very high number of Google reviews. What's that number today?
So I didn't check this morning, but when I checked a week ago, between the two stores where we're at 837 5-star Google reviews.
837 between the two stores. That's incredible.
It's incredible. So there's a science behind that too. So people say to me, how do you get all these reviews? And, it's in the ask, right? It's in the ask to the customer. But it's not in the ask in the beginning of the sale when you're meeting with them. It's not in the ask in the middle. And it's not really, well, I guess it is. It's at the end. After it's installed, I usually call, or someone in my company calls the customer and make sure everything is good. And they're usually super excited because they just got new carpet or flooring, right? So lost my train of thought. So that's the time to ask.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ask
On
them
that follow-up call.
Yeah, when they're happy and they just
They're
want to tell
ecstatic.
the world. So
Yep.
that's when you ask, and it works.
So now when you think about like going back to that 2,400 square foot store that you opened on January 1st, like what you weren't thinking of Google reviews at that point because Google reviews weren't a thing. But along the way, Google reviews got important. You saw the value.
Yeah, so I belong to a few networking groups, and one of the networking groups, they were talking at a session of how important Google reviews are. And I took that and I scooped it up and I embraced it. And that's when the whole journey with my Google reviews started. And it's true. I mean, I get some crazy phone calls from some big accounts, and I ask them how'd they hear about it. And it's Google reviews.
Yep.
It's truly amazing.
It's great. Now, in the world, and again, I don't know if you're going to want to talk about this, but I'll throw it out there. And if it's not something you want to talk about, we can keep moving. In the world of AI, where do you see the Google review and the value of the Google review for the future?
I don't know that answer because
Okay.
it's really uncharted territory.
It's uncharted territory. That's 100% right. And I think, though, one thing I think is the AIs are scraping Google to get those reviews. So I think that there's going to be a benefit for you by having those reviews and continuing to grow those reviews because they're scraping that data when the ChatGPT searches are coming. But I think as time goes on, you're going to see some of that hard work and some of that ongoing work help you in the AI search engines.
I hope so. I'm trying to do everything right. I only know what I'm taught.
Yep.
I only know what I know. I don't know what I don't know. But as long as you keep your ears open.
And it's a changing game. Every day is.
Every day I feel
wild.
technology passing me so fast.
It's wild. Again, I'm glad I have people like Dina, Ariel, and Jenna, and Andrew because this stuff is going crazy. It's,
Yeah,
it's
this
moving
live
fast.
audience, it makes me very nervous. To be
No.
in front of this big live audience.
There you go. They're all right. Don't worry. So, where do you see the business going in the next 5 to 10 years?
I would like to see myself more online with sales. And again,
What do you feel that you're going to lose that personal touch?
I don't think so, because I have you on my team.
Okay.
And I think that if we can have chats going on between the consumer and me, or I guess introduce AI with some questions and answers, I think that would be a benefit. I would also like to go past my New Jersey audience. You know, whether they have a store, you're looking between a 10 and 20 mile radius. I want to go out there bigger and better. But that's where you come along.
Awesome. All right. Well, we got work, guys, but that's all good work, and I think that the business can support being. You know, again, someone's not going to drive. Well, I mean, you've had some people drive from some far distance, but again, people aren't going to drive all this distance if they can find something online, or at least if they find something online, they like you, they like the interaction they had, then they'll make the trip. And again, at that point, I think it's a slam dunk, because you've already warmed them up before they even arrived.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we can also send them a couple samples here and there, but it's the personal touch that gets people. You know, it's not the. You know, I don't base everything on price in my store. I base it on beauty. And people, you know, the price is a factor to some instance, but they want what they want. And I have what they want. They just don't know what I have yet. So we need to bring that to them.
And you have a huge selection.
I got a huge selection.
What made you decide along the way that you wanted to have that selection to be able to offer? Because, again, there's a lot of stores that either have no storefront or have a minimal storefront. And then you could look at, you could look online, but you went in and went all in Howell. You have a ton of selection.
Yeah, so we stock over 400 rolls of carpet. So why did I want to stock carpet? 2 reasons. Every floor covering company gets things at the same price.
Okay.
Okay, whether they want to discount this a little bit here, a little bit there.
There's a buying price for you,
Correct.
for all you
when
dealers.
you buy inventory, it's a totally different price structure. Okay. So what I do is, if everybody's buying carpet here and I'm buying rolls of carpet, or I'm buying it here, okay, I bring it up to here.
Yep.
I don't bring it up to here. No reason. My investment is my inventory. I need to move it.
Yep.
So, you know, let all these guys fight.
So they're fighting that price at that level.
Let them fight that price. I'm buying it and sometimes selling
it for cheaper than they're buying it.
Than they're buying it.
That's great. So I mean, that's a win for you.
It's a win, but
and it's a win for the customer.
You need a lot of capital to do that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen overnight.
In the beginning.
It's not at the get-go, but as time has gone on and as the business has grown, you've been able to reinvest some of those profits back into getting this.
Right, and there's some buys that I do, and it could be a fail. Right?
Yeah.
What if they don't like what I'm picking?
Yeah.
So at that point, I'll either make area rugs, make remnants, send it to the Bricktown store. It all flows. But
put it in the give back for the college students.
That too. That too. There you go.
There you go. Next year we have 500.
Let it be. Let it be. So it's all fun.
That's awesome. So it sounds like you love the business. Sounds like you love what you do.
I love what I do. I mean, we're creating. You know,
Yeah.
we're not just selling something out of a box, and do we need a price check? It's like make your own sundae at my store. If you want a 10-foot round or an 8-foot octagon, if you want to do an area rug that way, if you want to do a laminate floor or a vinyl plank floor, there's options. You want to do a wood floor, you want to do it straight, you want to do it herringbone.
Herringbone costs more because you got a lot of waste in that.
And you know what that's about.
I've learned that firsthand myself.
Yep.
It is a beautiful floor. You probably gave us the best floor, but at the same time, there was a lot of extra cuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of waste with herringbone.
Yep. But you know what? You ever hear that
is.
expression? Happy wife, happy life.
I understand.
So that was one I maybe not gone with, but
it's a beautiful floor.
It's a beautiful floor. So that's great. So Glenn, what tips can you give to a young entrepreneur who's thinking about going into business, Go back 16 years ago, go back 12 years ago when or 4 years ago when you opened up Brick. What are some things that you can give to an entrepreneur who's thinking about, it doesn't have to be your business, but just thinking about going into business? And there's a lot of people that have failed in business. They say, I don't know, 50% of businesses don't make it past 5 years. You've gone 15 years. What do you think that magic formula is?
You have to have passion, okay? You have to listen. When people's either selling you inventory, selling you product, just talking to you, stop talking. Listen. That's a key factor. 3, make sure that you have money in the bank. Because if you can't pay your rent for the next 6 months and you're waiting for that next sale, 9 times out of 10 you're going to fail.
It's fair.
And I can't say it enough, but just listen, listen, listen. I learn more about business from listening to people than anything else.
Awesome. Well, that's great feedback, and I think this was a great chat. I thank you for coming down to Belmar.
I appreciate it.
I love getting to chat with you. You did so good. I'm going to take you to lunch now. And this
could be better than this.
As we wrap up, let people know where they can find you online, at the stores, so that anyone that's interested in either learning about flooring for their home, their business, or they want to talk to you about entrepreneurial advice, how can they find you?
All right, so I have 2 stores, one in Howell, 1787 Route 9 North in Howell, and then I have another location in Brick, which is at 24 Brick Boulevard. It's a couple streets away from the border of Toms River. It's a nice freestanding store. I'm mainly in the Howell store. If anybody wants to talk to me about business, I love it. If anybody needs floor covering, I love that too. So whatever you need, if you want to follow me on Facebook at Carpets to Go, I have a tremendous presence there as well, and I love showing my wares.
Awesome. Glenn, thanks again for coming on today. This was a great discussion.
Perfect. Thank you again.